Uh-oh. All right, guys, I'm doing this on long-term collar conditioning because I see that these people don't, nobody talks about that, and it's really important. Because if you're not doing it, if you don't have a long-term plan, just like with anything, it's going to fail. Anyway, I had to deactivate my account. I got some computer virus, possibly from my online jobbing. Nope, can't get on there. All right, let me go to settings. I've got my Wi-Fi off, I wonder. Okay. It's terrible. I can't type on this thing. I type and then it spell checks it into something else. Oh, yeah, I'm considered a real idiot online. Hang on. Ah! uh, all right, guys. I'm sure you noticed I got some computer virus, possibly from my completely out of control online shopping. I realize I cannot sit down at the computer, and I start shopping. Anyway, this voice came on there. Luckily, I'm not stupid enough to fall for that. Oh, call this number. We're getting your credit card information. We're getting all these things. So I just had to deactivate everything real quick. And then I just didn't even have time to turn it back on until now. So what I want to talk about, you guys, is, and this is what these 2-week trainers and these people are not talking about. If you're going to introduce an electronic collar to a dog, and you're going to, use that as its invisible leash or whatever, you've got to have a long-term program. It's not 2 weeks. These people don't know anything about long-term collar conditioning because they don't do it. So if you're going to go in there, and this is what happens. You can go in there. Let's just use Parker for an example. This dog has supposedly had 8 weeks of collar conditioning. This guy's solution was to keep turning the collar up because it's not having any reaction to it. And I'm going to tell you what that is. What happens is they get fortified. So if you're coming in with a short-term program, this is my 250th broadcast. I don't think that's true. And you're coming in with a 2-week collar conditioning program. What's going to happen week 3 when this dog goes home is it's going to start fortifying itself against the corrections. These owners are not going to have good timing at all. They're not going to understand. They're going to believe, and this is what they tell them. If it doesn't do it, then come in with the collar. Well, okay. So now it already understands the sequence. If you don't do it, they're gonna try to come at you with something. So you just have to fortify your defenses, and you have plenty of time to do it because you can hear them over there yelling and doing all these things. So Anyway, you've got to think, and that's why you've really honestly got to use the pager. You're not going to get people to long-term continue to use the stimulus, and nor should they. I mean, nor should they. Once they hit it too high one time, they're not going to keep doing it. They're not going to keep doing it. So, and then they've ruined the dog. They've ruined the dog. They've ruined the dog. They've ruined the relationship. So you've got to you've got to just ease the collar in there is what you've got to do, and then you've got to make it. The collar has to have a certain cadence to it. Where it's predictable. It's a predictable cue, and it's appearing at certain places. Because if you don't do that, you are going to suffer long-term failure. So anyway, people are coming over today to pick up the dog. I blocked Crash. There was a little hole in the fence. That's where Crash was getting out. I blocked it. She spent all morning back there trying to figure out where it was. Should have made a video of it. So that's what I want you guys to think of. You're doing the long-term collar. You're conditioning the dog, and that's why you've got to get these people. If you said, what's the longest somebody ever paid you to you need to ask these people. You need to ask these people that claim to be e-collar experts. What's the longest somebody ever, paid you to collar condition a dog? And if they say 2 weeks, then you really don't have very much to learn from them. If you ask me, I would say 2 years, because James Seneff left Blue here for 2 years. And Stacy left Remy here for 10 months. Those people left Barkley for 9 months. And I've had a lot of them. I had this one time, this doctor, they went to Italy. They didn't even tell me. They just left the dog here for like 3 months. They were amazed when they came back. Anyway, you guys, so that's what's going on. I see that I've got a bunch of messages on there. I'm not going to be able to get to them. My cousin's on the way over, or I might have time. My cousin's on the way over to do videos. I'm going to try to just start at the top of the training list, and then these people are coming. At 11:30. I honestly don't really even have time for it. They were so excited. They wanted to come on Sunday. And not even pick the dog up. Just Sunday afternoon. Nothing to do. Anyway, you guys, so I'm very discouraged, and I'm just hoping something positive somebody with a bunch of talent needs to come out of the woodwork so that I can, feel more that there is some kind of hope. Maybe that's Parker scratching on the door. His hotspot looks a lot better today, Mandy, though. And I'm going to try to get him out there. And, that's my challenge with that dog, because this dog was previously conditioned with that stupid sport dog thing. And I don't even know, like, comparison-wise, how strong it would be, but it's very, very fortified. It's very, very fortified, and so you can defortify a dog. That's, if you're in that situation, you can defortify it. So that's my challenge, is to defortify it and, get it, what I call softening them up so that they are more sensitive to your needs or demands or whatever it is. So anyway, guys, I'm going to go out there and get ready. I'm going to get the stuff ready. I'm going to try to run through these trained retrieves and stuff. And, I think tomorrow's video is going to be trained retrieve challenge, because somebody sent me that Larry Crown trained retrieve video. I can tell you how to do it. Not like that. And I don't know, that it was ever, completed. But I would like to see these people do a trained retrieve from beginning to end and show everybody how they do it. So anyway, Courtney, I saw that you messaged me, and I know I was just suddenly gone yesterday. I'm just trying to think, and I do. Courtney from K2 messaged me if I had any service dog candidates, which I don't really have any that I think would be good for that. But I do want to start gearing my breeding program towards that. So I got to call Donna later and maybe just get a couple ideas of things to do. So anyway, guys, I will see you later.